Good morning, good morning. I hope it's a good morning. How about the last dose, probably the last dose, if not the second last dose of Bathroom Talk with Somizi. I want to talk about the level of anxiety and overthinking and sadness and doses of depression that go on around this time of the year. If you are going through those emotions, it is normal. At this time, it's very easy for people to hide what they are going through, because it's festive, it's colors, it's lights, it's this and that, and this is the time where depression kicks in. This is the time where anxiety kicks in because of a whole lot of things. I'll give you an example with me personally. This is the time where I reflect, and also this is the time most of my family members have passed. You know, my mother, my sisters, my cousins. And this is the time where Christmas festive becomes one person less, if you know what I mean. So it's easy to get into that emotional state, but it's also easy to hide it. Also, another reason why people would go through that emotional state is because they reflect and they introspect as to how far they've come from the beginning of the year. Have they met their goals? Have they achieved their goals? Have they succeeded in whatever that they are planning to do, or they planned to do, the New Year's resolutions and so forth and so on? And you realize, damn, I did not achieve even half of what I'd planned to do, and that can lead you into depression. But also the anxiety can be caused by what the future looks like. January, for me, brings me the biggest anxiety, and I hate it. I hate it because you are on a high in December, you are on an unrealistic high sometimes, or in a bubble where you're like, let me forget about the problems, let me enjoy the festive, because Christmas comes once. There's a saying that goes like that: Christmas comes once a year. And you're in that mode, and then the 2nd of Jan kicks in, the debit orders come out. That's when you realize, the school uniform ads, they bring you such anxiety, and you realize that now it's on your marks, get set, ready, go. What does the future hold for me? What does this new year hold for me? And that can bring depression and anxiety. I've said a lot in this short space of time, but all I want to say to you is that 1, depression is real. 2, when you say you are depressed, it's not an attention-seeking thing. Don't be afraid to say those words so that you are able to get help. And for me, if I can stand here and it means I'm embarrassing myself or I'm becoming too vulnerable, so be it, because that for me is therapeutic. There's so many faces of depression. There's so many people that have committed suicide that we know of that looked the happiest. And depression is evil because it hides itself in the most beautiful people, in the most beautiful faces, in the most beautiful expressions. But I will never stop advocating the importance of speaking out. I'll never stop advocating the importance of being vulnerable and not feel shame. And I hope and wish that I carry on like this and I don't let you down. And letting you down for me is giving up. Letting you down for me is killing myself. Letting you down for me is not believing that there is hope. Letting you down for me is not letting you know that there is hope. It is a spiritual war, it is a physical war, it is a mental war, but it can be won. I believe it can be won by people being human beings, people being like myself, being human, and say, I do go through such emotions. No amount of money can buy the level of believing that you can come out of a situation. And it only takes your state of mind. It only takes your surroundings. It only takes you believing that there's a spiritual power. It only takes God. You allowing God to also be a part of your fight and your war. I've been talking for 6 minutes. I want to wrap it up quickly, but I want to share a story of how important it is to talk, or how important it is to be that friend that is able to be vulnerable. Because you being vulnerable, because you look so strong, you look so happy, you look so beautiful, you look so successful, and you don't realize that you not talking can make people in your space not to be able to be vulnerable, because they think your life is perfect and they don't want their lives to seem not perfect. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. I am the type that shares even my glory. I share my story. I share even with my friends. I do share. And this past week, I shared something personal that happened to me that I could hide and choose to hide and let it chow me. It was a business transaction that did not go well, and it could lead me to depression, and it almost led me to depression because I lost out on money. And I decided the following day I shared with my best friend, Ndo, I shared with Ndo the same time it happened. Then I shared with my other friend the following day over video call. I said, my friend says, how are you? It's easy when someone says, how are you? And you go, actually, I'm fine, I'm okay. And you're not okay. And I'm the type that goes, I am okay because I'm alive, but I am going through ABCD. And I told my friend, little did we all know that the same friend that I'm telling went through the same thing a month ago, and we were together and he was happy. We were great. We were at Mafikeng at Casper's thing and we were happy. It was nice and everything was great, and we came back and everything was nice. Little did I know that this friend of mine went through the same thing, but was scared to talk, because the circle of friends that we surround ourselves, most of the time we portray success, but because we are successful, but we don't share the vulnerability or the vulnerable side or the tough times that we go through, because we are scared that you choose what to share with, who you share it with, because things can get out, and that's how news get out. People, your enemies find out about your tough times because of the people that are around you. So it's very important to know who to trust. And me sharing, I shared because I'm at a stage where I don't care what the world thinks or say about me, especially in a negative light, because I know my truth, and I know that I am not the only one that goes through whatever I go through. I am human, and I embrace my human side. So when I shared with that friend, the friend, only then that the friend spoke. And I said, friend, never do that. You are in a safe space here. You are in a safe space. And that for me is the reason why I am here now as well. And I'm able to come here and go, you are not alone. You are not going through what you are going through alone. You are not being negative when you feel good. This festive season is not festiving. And also if it's not festiving, you try to be in a positive space, but that feeling of it not festiving, you are not the only one going through, and it's not the end of the world. And whatever that you're going through is not the end of the world. Fight it, pray about it, find help, speak about it, share it, and release it. Don't let it imprison you. I wish you come through whatever you're going through right now, and you must know. it will be over. Nothing is permanent, including happy times, so including sad times. Nothing is permanent. I wish you a beautiful festive season. I love you. May the God or the good God bless you and protect you. May you be in a space where you know there is hope. And even if this is the only space where you feel there is hope, I'm the happiest. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy 2023. Let's go. Let's keep going. We deserve more. We deserve better. We are gonna get better. We are in a journey of getting to that place. We might not get to that place fully, but we'll be better than we were yesterday. I think I've said enough. And thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.